is it like a batshit crazy conspiracy?
No, it's not. Not even close.
Okay. It's not like there are pyramids on the moon and we never landed there because we were scared of the pointy objects. We were scared we were gonna get impaled.
No. No. I already told you about this one. It's like a well-known one, I feel.
Like Hogwarts is real. I guess we'll wait. We will wait for Eric. Welcome back to the Next Up podcast. Joined today is me, myself, Dorminant, and Crumple Pumple. The other three could not make it. Maybe one will be joining us for later, but for now, it's just going to be us two. And today,
Yes,
we're just going to chat.
Little chat session between the two of us.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Just the two main boys of this thing.
Boys,
the two editors of the podcast.
Yeah.
First topic, Pokimane and her masturbating editor, which is something I want to talk about, which we already talked about this. I was hoping there'd be another one in here.
Like a third opinion on it.
Yeah. So essentially, those who don't know, Pokimane hired a new editor who was really good at his job, but he told her that the reason he was always late delivering projects is because he would just masturbate all the time, every single day, constantly. And a lot of people presumed he was masturbating to her.
I mean, like, he had to have been.
I think
he had to have been.
I think maybe it was like X.com. Like he went on X and was masturbating to like X porn and beheadings.
I mean, like, if he's editing her videos,
I can see that perspective of like something about her would have had to like have turned him on enough to masturbate, because like I don't know, people don't look at a laundromat and then get like a whiff of Tide in their nose and they're like, God, I gotta beat my shit right now.
Yeah, no, there's something about it. Yeah, I'm sure he just was aroused while editing her shit and just.
And
God damn.
At first, whenever I heard about that, I was like, well, you know, he has a problem, but I don't think that that's that bad. And then I sort of had the realization of if I like called into work and was like, sorry, I can't come in, I'm cranking my hog, that would create a little bit of a problem.
Yeah. Like, I get he has an issue, but it's like he's still also working. That's like 100% unacceptable if he's getting paid to do that.
Yeah, could you imagine like a CEO?
It's HR.
Like the CEO of like United Healthcare just saying like, I can't go to work.
Like Apple.
I'm like too busy cranking my shit. Yeah, Tim Cook is like, can't make the board meeting. I'm fucking ferociously beating the hog.
Yeah, no, in the bathroom. Wait, it's like the Boys episode with Tech Knight where he's got like something up in his noggin where anything that has a hole he needs to fuck.
3 other topics that I want to talk about. But you had conspiracies you 100%. Want to talk about. Lay them on me.
Okay, so I just had 2 for you, and they're not anything crazy really, but like some lighthearted humor behind this one. So I'm sure everybody under the sun knows about vampires or like reincarnation, you know? And I feel like I gotta share my screen real quick to just show you. So yeah, this photo just shows. All right. So Shakespeare looks a lot like Anne Hathaway's husband, and Anne Hathaway looks a lot like Shakespeare's wife. That's pretty much like it. They really just have like ageless beauty about them, and there's a lot of similarities in oil painting. But I mean, can you imagine what they'd like look like in real life compared to the oil painting version of them?
I think Anne Hathaway does have like ageless beauty. But at the same time,
yeah, that guy kind of looks like Ryan Gosling. So don't you watch what you say.
He does kind of look a little like Ryan Gosling. At the same time, though, I feel like it's just people making a resemblance because, like, oil paintings, you can't really actually capture people's features that well. So I feel like there's
details.
I feel like there's just an eerie resemblance.
100%.
I don't think
it's
they
like the uncanny valley, which
like
is another thing. It's true. Well, it kind of like lends itself to the uncanny valley, which is that like it is something that looks so close to being like human, and it just like isn't. Like a lot of oil painting I feel like have that like kind of in it, where it's like it looks like a human being, but it's still like, probably as close as you can get with oil,
Like
with
the
oil
oil
paintings.
painting in It. That shit was
Yes,
the one I hated the
100%.
most. The little
Let
flute
me see if
player
I
in
can.
It.
Yeah, that shit. Oh my god, that's so creepy.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
shit.
I hated that painting. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that painting I hated so much. Like all of It, I wasn't really scared. I was just kind of like, eh. But as soon as the
With
flute
that painting.
player came out, I was like, oh, that's because just like something about it being like just barely human enough just freaks you out.
Yeah, it's so creepy. Like with robots too, and like they're so close to being human, but they're just like not. They're missing that like life or that spark that has that same energy right here. It's creepy. Basically, the black hole. It happened. There was like a black hole that happened in like 2012, and that we're just in it. Like they inadvertently created a black hole that like the Earth got sucked into, and then they say that the world ended in 2012, but we just haven't realized it. What do you think of that? Just as a concept.
I think that's BS, but
Well, like
I
the movie
will
2012.
say, yeah, because how would discovering the Higgs boson particle cause a black hole to open up and eat us? But I will say that
Dumb luck.
my belief of the universe, because I don't know if you know this or not, but the universe, our observable universe, has an edge. And
Okay.
the observable universe just is the universe. We're just in a massive sphere. That's what the universe is just like a massive sphere.
Massive sphere. Yeah.
And there is the belief that inside each black hole is a universe because our universe at the same time is also expanding. New shit is just popping up out of nowhere, and we don't know why. And the edges
Oh,
of our
so like
universe
they
are
probably are.
expanding outward. So there is the belief that we are living inside of a black hole right now,
Yeah. Well, if it works,
and
dude, it
that
fucking works. Who am
yeah,
I?
and that our entire universe is a black hole, and inside each black hole is a different universe.
Another universe.
Because as
I
well, there
like
are
that. That's
some
cool.
black holes out there too that like make no fucking sense. Like there's a
Really?
black hole that's 12 times larger than the entire diameter of our solar system.
How the fuck?
Yeah, and if the sun was condensed into a black hole, or I'll use the Earth. If the Earth was condensed into a black hole, it'd be the size of a tennis ball. So like, how did
Yeah.
a black hole get that big? How much fucking mass is inside that black hole? The answer is like
Yeah,
34
that's crazy.
quadrillion of our suns. Like just an
That's wild.
unfathomably large
Just
number.
an insane, yeah, an insane number. That's wild.
But yeah, I always think like if we got destroyed by that black hole, that would have to be the scariest thing because it's just a massive black object just looming towards us, and like
And then
it's
what
so
do you do
large
at
that
that
like
point?
it would just all we would see is the black hole until it consumed us. Dying
Yeah, I
by a
mean, you
black
can't get
hole isn't
away.
painful though. You just get spaghettified,
Yeah,
but
I
you
thought
die
it was
like
like you
instantly.
just get stretched, like your feet fall faster than you do.
Yeah, yeah, but before the pain receptors can actually send the signal that from your feet, you're already dead.
Oh, so it's like instant death.
Yeah, it's like literally just instant death. You get
Hey,
consumed
dude,
by the gravity
I
faster than your
prefer
pain
that.
receptors.
I think I'd rather that than burn. Like burning alive would probably be on my top. That or drowning. I mean, I guess maybe drowning might not be that bad because eventually, well,
I feel
no,
like
because the
it would
fire
be
would be the same too.
panic.
You would it would be panic mostly.
Yeah, I feel like drowning would be panic, and then I feel like as you actually are dying, I feel like it would feel like almost serene in a
I
sense,
could see that.
where you're just like,
Versus fire, where you're like you lose the feeling after a good minute or two because it burns your
yeah,
nerves.
yeah, I wouldn't want to die by fire, like that one monk
Yeah,
protesting global warming. The
I just would like to be able to be like you could tell who I am still. You know what I mean? I would hate to burn and be just like charred.
so
You
like
know?
everything burned but your face.
Yeah, I guess. Get me preserved like that.
Slap some petroleum jelly on your face. That way it's okay. But the
Yeah.
rest of you, nah. Like, can you imagine
No, no,
being a
I don't care
house
about the rest
fire?
of
Like, that's your first thought is like,
it. Just my face, dude.
yeah, I kind of want to have an open casket. Let me just cover my face in like petroleum jelly. That way it
Yeah, I've
doesn't
already
catch on
accepted
fire.
death. But
Well,
yeah.
those were your two topics.
Yeah, I thought they were fun. That they could. I mean, I was hoping that more people would be here, like the other three, so that we could, talk about how silly they were, and maybe they would interlude it, like it would go into their topic. I thought the vampire one was broad enough that maybe um somebody else would have something. You know.
Yeah, I was thinking kind of recently. This doesn't really go into like vampires or celebrities, but I was thinking like
That's true.
parasocial relationships are kind of crazy whenever it comes to celebrities, right? Because you see
Dude, it's
Anne
scary.
Hathaway and you kind of think that you know her, but you don't at
Hmm.
all. And like as well,
Yeah.
she's just a person. Like she's just like you and
Hmm.
me, but people hold her up higher than everyone else. I just thought I was kind of thinking I was like that whole thing kind of is weird, huh? The whole celebrity
Yeah, it's
aspect.
scary. No, because like I feel that with Smosh, like I grew up with Smosh, so I feel like I have some like connection to them, but in like reality, it's like they're still just strangers, you know what I mean, that I watch because I find them funny. And it kind of goes into like my friend Michael that I worked on the show with. It was just kind of it feels kind of like that, if he goes and becomes like a big celebrity, then it's like, do I really like it feels weird, when I tell people I'm friends with him, it'll feel like that parasocial sort of am I actually friends with him or is it just
Well, in that case, you
like
will be friends with him because like
you know what I mean, but
yeah,
yeah.
but like once he becomes a larger than life thing,
I plus putting him on the pedestal too is also another thing because it's like you would want to be friends with like Keanu Reeves or like Snoop Dogg for example, like dream blunt rotation. But it's like, what if he sucks? Like, what if he's like not actually a good person? He just seems cool because you see him in like on Kai Cenat's fucking Twitch channel or whatever, and he seems cool
yeah.
and funny, but it's like you have no idea what he's really like.
Did you know that Pharrell Williams actually influenced his personality now, and that he used to kind of be like an uptight gangster asshole apparently, and then
Really? Like Snoop Dogg?
yeah, and then
I didn't know that.
he
No.
hung out with Pharrell Williams, and he was like, "Here's this kid who's like super smiley and respectful, and just like really
Hmm.
cool." And Snoop Dogg said that he thought that like in that moment, oh, you don't need to be like a gangster asshole to garner respect. You don't need to be hard to garner respect. You can do that through
Yeah.
kindness and just like being a generally good person. So now he's
That's
like
kind of
that.
like the Little Dicky song. Snoop Dogg was in that Little Dicky song.
Oh, professional
Um,
rapper.
Professional rapper. Yeah.
I used to be able to
Sorry,
sing
that
that
just
song and
reminded me
rap
of
that
that.
song through its
Me
entirety.
too. It's well, maybe not the entirety, but a good portion of it I had memorized for a while.
It's a
It's a
good
good one.
song. Well,
I love that he came out with a new one on that album, Penis, and it was just the. Never mind. Never mind. Go ahead.
okay. I have a topic, and before I talk about this, I just want to say that I have no political alliance. Neither does Ethan. We believe in the good of humanity. We're like beauty pageant queens. Uh,
100%.
and so I'm just bringing this up because I think it's very funny and stupid. So, uh, this is coming hot off of Donald Trump talking about how Tylenol gives you autism. Whenever a pregnant woman take Tylenol, there's a higher
Oh my
chance for
God.
the
Yeah.
fetus to have autism. And I also, that's one of my issues later is talking about autism because it's something that I'm passionate
Yeah.
about. The entire time through that Tylenol press conference, I also watched that. He just kind of vibed the facts. He was like, "Oh yeah, 1 in 20,000 people used to have autism," and then he said, "I think is that right?" And then he just said, "Yeah, it's probably right." And then he kept talking.
His whole thing is like charisma, though, like the way he's like
Yeah,
talking and he just moves on. It's so silly sometimes because it's like he doesn't actually say anything
yeah,
in that specific.
it's
Yeah.
very funny. And then in that speech as well, talking about Tylenol giving autism, he said, "I was a real estate developer and I knew better of autism than some of these doctors." And I was like, "Did you though?"
Based on what?
Yeah, like Trump, whatever. I think he's just funny because he's kind of dumb, and he talks out of his ass a lot, and it's just pure vibes that he spits out. It's not true. And he talked about how vaccines give you autism, and he said, "Look at the Amish. The Amish don't have any autism." So
He
this
brought up
was,
Cuba not
yeah,
having
he
any
brought up Cuba
autism.
not having autism because they can't afford Tylenol. Uh,
It's so fucking.
anyways, this is coming hot off of that. He had a speech recently, and I want to start this off by saying William Harrison uh, was an American president who had a very short term, and he will go down in history as having the worst speech of all time out of any American president because all he did was rant about the Romans and just gibberish out in the cold, freezing rain, and then he died of hypothermia like a couple days later because he was out in
A
the
good
cold and
man.
freeze rain. And that's all the speech was. He was just ranting about Romans and just whatever came to his head for 2.5 hours, and then he died of hypothermia because of it.
And he
So
was feeling it. He was
yeah,
really into that speech.
that's the worst speech of all time. But as
You
of
think this
3
one's
days
worse?
ago, I think we have a contender for number two. I think it surpasses Lincoln's inauguration as the worst speech, just because Lincoln's vice president, Andrew Johnson, was super drunk and just
Oh,
like
really? When he gave his
rambling.
speech?
Yeah, he like drunkenly kissed the Bible and set it down and was just like going, "Ah, Lincoln's a great guy." And whenever Lincoln got shot, he
Off
just
the meat.
ranted about himself for 30 minutes. So Andrew Johnson has two of the top worst speeches. Because like Lincoln just got shot, he's giving his inauguration speech, not talking about Lincoln getting shot at all, just talking about how great he is.
In face of. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's just too good of a person to talk about Lincoln.
but I have some notes here about his speech, which is escalator sabotage. So the escalator in the UN, whenever Trump was going up to the UN meeting room, broke. And Trump was saying that someone was trying to sabotage him by making the escalator not working, when in all reality, one of his cameramen that was with him stuck a tripod in the escalator and broke it. But Trump was like, someone's trying to sabotage me. So that's how it started. He started his speech by saying that the teleprompter was broken, and he got a nice laugh out of everyone, and that's the first laugh he got, and the last one for the next 30 minutes.
And the
And
last
he said,
one.
"I'm just going to freeball it." And he started it off by saying how terrible America has been in the last 4 years because of Biden. And this is at a UN meeting. So it's a United Nations meeting. So he's basically saying, "Oh yeah, the guy before me, he sucked. Our country sucked for the last 4 years, but I'm back,
Plotting
baby.
his dirty
It's all
laundry.
me." Yeah, it's saying like America sucked, but it's good now. It's good. It's fine. Uh, and then he said, "Now our country is great. It's better than the rest of your countries." 8 months ago it wasn't, but now it's better than every country in
Now,
here. And he's saying this to the world leaders of every country in the UN. He's saying our country is the best again. 8 months ago it wasn't, but now it is. And then he talked about ending 7 wars, which he didn't.
wait, he did not.
No, there were 7 wars that were happening, and they all ended.
Yeah.
Not because of him.
Yeah, he just happened to be there.
No, he takes credit for it, but like the Indian Pakistan war, which both of the world leaders of those countries were in that room.
Yeah.
Um, they solved that shit without him. They settled everything without Donald Trump. But he loves saying that he's the one that ended the war. And so the leaders
He's
of
a
the
moral support.
14 countries that were involved in these wars are in this room with him as he's saying, I ended all of your wars. And then he said, I didn't get any credit whatsoever for ending the 7 wars, but everyone says that I deserve a Nobel Peace Prize for ending these wars, which a little contradictory that he says no one gives
Yeah.
me any credit, but everyone
But
says I
people are
deserve a
telling
Nobel
me.
Peace Prize because I ended these wars. And then he goes into ranting about how he used to be a real estate developer and then how salty he was that the UN didn't give him a contract to remodel the UN building 25 years ago.
He's still
He
upset.
yeah, he
It's like,
said
please.
I offered a contract for $500 million. No one in the UN took it and they spent way more money and I would have made it look way better than this. And like he just started ranting about that, which
Yeah,
I was
been way better.
like there's only maybe like 2 or 3 leaders that are still the same as 25 years ago.
Yeah,
Uh
it's crazy, dude. But he's still holding on to it.
and then right after that, he bragged about bombing Iran and saying we put an end to Iran, we bombed them with these massive 30,000 pounds bombs. It was amazing. Right after also saying that he deserved the Nobel Peace Prize.
Amazing.
And then he bragged about how easy it would have been to stop Ukraine because of his relationship with Putin. And then he said, but it wasn't that easy because of India and China. And he blamed them because they got their energy and their oil from Russia. So he just instantly said, like, and I stopped the Ukraine war. It would have been a lot easier, but due to India and Russia buying up energy, it wasn't.
Mm.
And once again, the world leaders are in the same room as him in this speech. Every other country, I just feel like I keep having to say it's a UN meeting because this sounds like a campaign rally.
Yeah, it just doesn't sound like it. I don't know, dude. Did anyone like intervene at any point? Or did he
No,
just have the mic?
no one stopped him. He was just up there for 30 minutes, just ranting without a
Just
teleprompter.
yapping.
And then he decided to be racist against the London mayor, because then he just started talking about how shit London was, because the mayor wanted to introduce Sharia law, and the only reason he says that is because the mayor of London is Muslim. He very much
Got
does
you.
not want to introduce Sharia law whatsoever. uh, and then he said, "Close your open borders now." And I quote, "I'm good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell." That's all. That's all he said.
Condemns him.
Yeah, he just said, "Close your borders. I'm good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell."
Your countries are going to hell, dude.
Uh, and then he lied about his poll numbers. So anyone who's listening who doesn't know, his poll numbers are very low. They're in the dirt. They're as bad
In
as
the dump.
Biden's poll numbers, just barely better. And Biden has had the worst poll numbers except Herbert Hoover during World War One.
God
Biden
damn.
had the second worst poll numbers, and Trump is right there. And instead, he said, "I have the best poll numbers in the history of any president. Everyone loves me."
Just a flat out lie.
Yeah. And then for some
You
odd
gotta
reason, he brought up
respect the
that
game.
America has a drug problem, and he blew it out of proportion and lied about that number. He said that 300,000 Americans died. I fact checked. Only 80,000 died of drug overdose last year. But for some odd reason, he told all of the UN America has a drug problem. 300,000 people died. And he tripled the number of how many people died for some odd reason.
Just does
uh,
that.
and then he said renewable energy needs to die out. It's terrible for everything. We need to use clean, beautiful coal. And then he said, stop using solar panels and wind farm technology from China because they don't even use it themselves. And fact check this as well. China has the most wind farms by a large number out of every country.
Damn.
They have a
You said
shit
like
ton
an
of wind
insane
farms.
amount of wind farms.
Yeah, so he also just lied about that and just said like China has no wind farms whatsoever, yet they keep pumping out this technology. Stop buying it. And then he warned everyone and said, get away from clean energy or your entire country will fail. And I quote again, I'm really good at predicting things. The best selling hat in America was Trump was right about everything, and it's true.
That was actually the best-selling hat, or what?
No, that's just what he said. That was his quote
Okay.
that he told the UN was get away from clean energy or your entire
I
country
have the
will fail.
best-selling hat.
I'm really good at predicting things. The best selling hat in America was Trump was right about everything, and it's true. That was that was
That's
what he
so
told
funny,
everyone.
dude.
Uh,
Oh my god.
and then he started talking to the country leaders and saying, "I'm gonna tariff you, I'm gonna tariff you." And then he says, "I'm going to tariff India and give them a 50%, or sorry, I'm gonna tariff Brazil and give them a 50% tariff." And that's because the previous leader did a coup against Trump, but the new current leader loves Trump, and he talked about how amazing it was dealing with Brazil's new leader and how much great chemistry they had together, which everyone laughed at because they were like, "The fuck, dude? You're just like, I'm gonna tariff Brazil because they did a coup against me, but their new leader, amazing. I love him. We have great chemistry." And
You're just gonna tariff him anyway.
and then right after that, he ended his speech and walked off.
Hey.
What what
That's it.
what do
That's
you
all,
think of
all
that
she
that
wrote.
speech?
It just seems like a bad improv speech, like the yes and, but he's yes anding himself and just continuing. The hat thing you said is so funny. It's the best
Yeah,
selling hat. Trump is right.
yeah. The best-selling hat in
He's right
America.
about
Trump
everything.
is right. Trump was right about everything, and it's true. I am right about everything.
It is true. I'm right about everything.
All right, and
So I didn't mean
then
to parrot you there, but I thought that was really funny. Just the
no, I
Trump
mean,
impression itself is like top 10 in my book.
yeah, he
It's
does
just an
have a
iconic
very funny
voice.
voice. Yeah,
No, it's like him in that. Do you remember that one dude? Did you ever watch Disenchantment or What We Do in the Shadows? There's this
yeah.
guy
I
that has
watched
this
What We
like
Do in the
very
Shadows.
iconic. Yeah, yeah, the
Yeah,
vampire, the Laszlo or whatever. He's got the
yeah.
super
From
iconic
New
voice.
York City.
New York City. I love that. This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona. Whatever he says, you know.
Oh God, what
Tucson,
what do you say?
Arizona.
Like, God, he said like a name. He's like, Leonardo, there's a fucking ghost on the lawn.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a fucking werewolf pissing on our front lawn.
My next topic that I have is something that the Harvard Business Review has coined, which is AI work slop, which is a new pandemic in America.
Oh, are you talking about the ads that is just AI ads trying to tell you about a game? Be like,
S-
download this, and it's just
Stuff like
AI
that,
actors.
yeah. So what it is,
That shit
it's
pisses me off.
it's a bunch of workers now in businesses and corporations that are starting to use
Yeah.
AI to make their job easier, but it doesn't actually accomplish anything and it just pushes their workload onto someone else. Because it's someone saying like, "Hey, create this marketing campaign for me." And then them just pushing that into Chat GPT and then saying, "Here's ideas for a marketing thing." And so now someone else has to do it because it looks like he just did just enough with AI as actually doing work. And it's starting to become a major issue
Yeah.
in America because just stuff isn't getting done in businesses because everyone's just using AI for everything,
Yeah.
and it isn't accomplishing any actual work. Because the problem with using AI for work is that it's trained on things that already exist. So if you say, "Hey, create" to AI, all it's going to do is
It's not
recycle
gonna
old
make
shit.
anything
It's
new.
not going to make anything. It's just going to grab ideas that already existed. And apparently there was
Well, it's
a
also like from a marketing side. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say there was an issue at a AAA game studio where they were going to release a game. They told an intern, "Hey, create a
Yeah.
summary for the game for the store page," and then he just put in the game script into AI into ChatGPT and said, "Give me a summary of this." And the AI just hallucinated a bunch of the lore and characters and what the game actually was. And then he just slapped that up there. And one of the executives of the game studio got super pissed because none of it existed. And he was like, "Hey, did you use AI for this?" And the guy was like, "No." And he was like, "I need you to tell me if you used AI for this right now, or you're going to be fired because we can't copyright things that are AI made. You can't copyright it because it pulls from previously existing stuff. So I need you to tell me because we can't get the copyright for this game if you generated it in AI." And he was like, "Yeah, I did." And then he just yelled at him like, "Why the
Damn.
fuck would you generate this in AI? It's simple. You just had to do a summary of the game." Anyways, you were gonna say about marketing?
Oh yeah, no, I was just gonna say that it kind of just reminded me of all those Apple ads, like where they just market the shit out of that Apple AI. Like you'll
Oh
see like
yeah.
they're in like a board meeting and the guy like turns his computer on and he's like, "Oh, give me points or whatever." And then it's just like at that point it's like it just feels like cheating. You're not doing any actual work. You're just having AI do it for you. Feels
Yeah.
like
And they
weird to
use that
market that to the
actress from
working
Last of
class.
Us, the weird forehead nepo baby.
Yes, no, literally, yes, yeah. I fucking hate that commercial. I mean, like, love her, but like, I just, it's just feels so lazy. Like
I
they
don't
for
like
sure
her at
used an
all
AI to write that.
because they were going to for the
Okay.
Last of Us show, they were going to use the actual actress that Ellie was based off of, but little forehead girl is a nepo baby, and so her parents inserted her into that role instead of the
I didn't know
actual
about that.
actress that the character Ellie is based off of.
Well, that fucking sucks. I didn't know about any of that. I just liked her in Game of Thrones, so I was just like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean
She got into The Last of
she's
Us.
not a bad actor. It's just all that she
Hmm.
is. I don't
Just
know.
a nepo
I just have a
baby. Yeah,
disdain for nepo babies, I think.
I do too. There's like very few good nepo babies, or like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like
like
Jack Quaid, I feel like is a good example.
the guy that hosts the Game Awards because his parents are like the senior directors
Which
at
one's
IMAX.
the Game Awards?
The Game Awards, the award show that they do every year where they hand out awards to like the best video games. And then they also do like content creators in the
Yeah, but
space.
I don't know if I don't know the guy.
I don't know the guy either, but he's a nepo baby because his parents are like senior executives or directors at IMAX, and so they were able to like. He was like,
Is it
"I want a game
Geoff
show."
Knightley?
Yeah, yeah, that guy.
Just a Canadian video game journalist, but he's the executive producer of that
No, he's the
event.
host of Game Awards.
Yeah, well, I'm just looking on Google and it just says a Canadian video game journalist and television presenter who also serves as the show's creator and executive producer. He also hosted. Okay, I didn't read all of it. My bad. He hosted it. Got you. That's a different thing.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah, him, I
video
guess.
game award.
But yeah, his parents are like senior directors. Muselk
Yeah.
as well. You know who Muselk is, right? He like and like
How do you spell that?
Bazagaza Gaming.
I don't think so.
Muselk. He's like a popular Overwatch and like Fortnite creator in Australia.
Oh yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah, and his mom is the CEO of Coke Australia. So he's a nepo baby too.
Oh my god, really? So he's a YouTuber, but he's a nepo baby.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a few
Cool.
nepo babies that I like. Uh anyways, looping back, I guess
All I was seeing was
autism.
Jack Wade.
Um because Trump talking
Talking
about
about the autism
autism epidemic in America, how so many people have autism now, and that just isn't true. The facts, the statistics are true, but it's because of something that happened in 2013 where the Mental Health and Diagnostics Society changed the definition on diagnosis procedure for autism. Whereas before it was based off of hyperreactivity. That was the main deciding factor if someone had autism. And then it was changed to basically include all of the symptoms of ADHD, ADD, anxiety disorder, OCD, and schizophrenia. And it was changed to include all of those symptoms as well. So all of a sudden, a bunch of people have autism now, even though they don't at all. And like people always say,
they
like,
just have like bad ADHD or whatever.
yeah, but they're diagnosed with autism, and so they never actually get
Hmm.
help because there isn't a cure or a relief for autism, but there is for like ADHD, ADD, anxiety, OCD. And so like a lot of people are diagnosed with autism now whenever they just have something way different where there's actual help out there
Hmm.
that can help remedy their situation, but instead they were diagnosed with autism and it's like, oh well, whatever, you have autism. And it's really bad in California, actually. 1 in 12 men in California are diagnosed with autism, whereas
Damn,
the
1 in 12.
real diagnosis as of like 2013 back then was like 3%, 3 to 4% of men
It
have
was
autism.
this was like so much lower
It was a
than it is
lot
now.
lower. Yeah, yeah. Now it's like 8, 9%, but because they changed the definition of autism and the diagnosis procedure, now like just so many people
Hmm.
have autism, and it just doesn't make any sense as
Yeah, I
to
don't know where that came from.
the reason that they did it was because they doctors noticed that autism is a lot more prevalent in men than women, and so their conclusion
Then
was,
woman.
hey, we're probably just misdiagnosing it. Let's broaden the spectrum of diagnoses because women are bound to have it just as much as men because it's like a mental disorder. Like there aren't usually mental disorders that are like split men have them more than women. Like that doesn't really happen usually. Like
Yeah.
ADHD, ADD, all that stuff is like right down the middle. Like both sides kind of have it equally. But it turns out that men just tend to have autism more than women by like 4 to 1. So if you're a woman and you're born, you have like a 1 to 2% chance of having autism. But
So it's
yeah,
higher in men.
I just really hate
That was
everyone
the braces.
just saying like, "Oh, I have autism. Oh, I have autism." Like, "Oh, it's because I'm autistic." Things like that because it's like you aren't.
It kind of comes into an excuse rather than it
Yeah.
being.
It and I'm not saying that they don't have problems. They do. It's just autism isn't your problem. And as well, I feel like by diagnosing so many people with autism, it sort of devalues autistic people themselves. Because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, these two people, a non functioning person with autism, like, is the same as a little soy latte drinker in California. Or like a Starbucks worker who like is just mean to everyone because they have autism. Like you're saying that those two people are the same. But yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry I didn't have anything to add to that, but I mean, I would see exactly where you're coming from. Like I've known people that I've like thought to myself personally, I was like, there's no way, like you have autism. Like I mean, I'm not one. I can't I'm not your doctor. But at the same time, it's like it just feels like you're using it as an excuse. Like I've known people that have like high functioning or and you know what I mean. That's like clear.
Yeah, because like
Didn't Michael Beaudry or never mind. I
no,
don't know.
he didn't have autism. He probably had like anxiety disorder, ADD, honestly.
He was also just a pathological liar. So I was gonna bring
Yeah.
that up as like an example of someone who I thought would have like claimed that and used it as an excuse. You know.
Yeah. I mean, my wife like, and this is kind of why I did like a deep dive because one day she was like, "I think I have autism. TikTok is telling me I have autism." And I was like, "You
Yeah,
don't
but then
have
it's TikTok.
autism." And then she was like, "Well, how do you know?" And I was like, "You can tell whenever you meet someone, usually within like 5 minutes if they have autism."
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Well, it's a spectrum." And I was like, "It is, but the spectrum usually has three. There are three things, which is high functioning, somewhat functioning, and non-functioning. So high functioning, you can be by yourself, you can function by yourself just fine. You have issues though. Somewhat functioning are like the autistic people who like may need to have someone else in their life with them in order to like kind of guide them throughout life.
Yeah.
Non-functioning, like their parents need to take care of them. Like they can't really
Mhm.
do anything and they are hyper reactive to everything around them. And I told her that and she was like, "Well, maybe I'm just high functioning." I was like, "No, you're not. You have anxiety disorder and ADHD. That's what." She was like, "Well, I like masking." And I was like, "Everyone masks around everyone." And that's also an anxiety disorder thing of putting on a different face, a different personality dependent on the
Yeah.
situation that you are in. Like everyone just does that. That's not an autistic thing.
Yeah, I mean, you just subconsciously want to fit in. I do that everywhere. Yeah, your customer service voice is like a big thing.
Yeah, and as well, I don't even think that autistic people even really like mass, like even high functioning. Like there was a guy
Yeah.
named Jacob, and one time, one of the other managers there was like, he has autism, and he did. You could tell. Uh,
Hmm.
he was like, he has autism. He should use that autism so that he's better at his job because I have ADHD. So I use that to help me work faster. And I was like, that's not how autism works, guy. And then like we kind of argued for like 20 minutes, and then I called. His name was Jacob. I called him in. I said, Jacob, what do you think about Assassin's Creed Black Flag 4? And he just went on like a 50-minute rant
Oh,
about
about it?
Assassin's Creed Black Flag, and like JP tried like interrupting him. I tried interrupting him, but once he's fixated on something, he has to say it. And like
Yeah.
if he was a regular, I guess like uh God, what's the opposite of neurodivergent? Just
Divergent.
yeah, just
I don't know.
normie brain, I guess.
Normie brain.
He would have been able to like mask and realize that that was inappropriate for him to talk for an hour about a video game at
Yeah,
work rather
about
than
a video
working.
game.
So like masking, that's not a real autistic symptom. I don't believe. I think maybe some may use it, but uh,
I feel like, yeah,
and as
I
well
can see
like
that because like I feel like normal people do just often put on a mask just subconsciously.
yeah, I mean it's literally like a Japanese thing of like people have three masks. One they show to the public, one they show in private, and then one they only show to themselves.
Oh, I like that. It was a Japanese principle.
Yeah. Uh, and as well, a lot of people like saying like, "Oh, I stim. That's an autistic trait." It's also just a human
I do.
trait to want
Yeah.
stimulation, and it's also a trait of ADHD where
Hmm.
your brain is always
Do you
like,
get
"Go,
that
go,
like
go."
when you're freezing?
What?
You know when you're freezing and you're running to get under the covers and you're like, you get all giggly.
Oh
That
yeah.
happens to me.
I do that sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
like
it's like you got to be like freezing cold,
I like stretching whenever it's like cold and I'm
That
under the
too, it feels
covers.
really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you gotta like get that like body stretch under the covers, trying to stay warm, but you're stretching completely. Yeah, I hear that.
How about some would you rather's?
Oh yeah, I'm down.
Go from more serious topics to a
Oh,
little lighter hearted. Would you rather hiccup for the rest of your life or constantly feel like you have to sneeze?
fucking. Okay. Would I rather pick up for the rest of my life or feel like I have to sneeze for the rest of my life? I'd rather feel like I have to sneeze. Um, and I'm sure some people might think that like that's crazy because of the tickliness, but I feel like I deal with that enough on the daily. I fucking hate hiccups. Like I genuinely fucking hate it. I already have enough pauses in between sentences. Don't give me any more.
Yeah, no, I get mad whenever I hiccup because I'm like, I don't know why, but in my brain, I'm like, stop, you're being a pussy right now for hiccuping.
Literally, it's like just hold your fucking breath, bitch.
Yeah.
You're being a pussy.
Would you rather be a strawberry with human thoughts or a human with strawberry thoughts?
Wait. Say that again. Would you rather be a strawberry with human thoughts or a human with strawberry thoughts?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I
That's a
think I'd
good
want to
one.
be a human with
Uh,
strawberry thoughts. You know, I'm
I
just like a human body, just
I would
feeling like a
rather be a
strawberry.
strawberry with human thoughts, honestly. Cause
But wouldn't that be so boring?
if I'm well, like, it'd be fun
You'd be
though.
like a strawberry. Can you move? If you just have human thoughts, you're just a strawberry, like
Yeah.
the annoying orange.
I guess like strawberries don't sleep, right? So like, would I sleep?
That's true. You wouldn't get tired, I don't think.
I don't know. Like a human with strawberry thoughts,
What happens if someone eats you?
you're just like a lobotomite at that point. Would you rather be a
That's true.
lobotomite or a strawberry, basically?
Well, you would still be a. I mean, like even in a like if you were in the fucking strawberry and you just had human thoughts, you can't. It's not like you can move and do anything. Like you're. I feel like you're in the same position. You would if you got eaten, that would be awful. At least with like the strawberry thoughts, I'm thinking
Yeah,
strawberry
that's the
happiness
one
and joy.
prerequisite is like how long will I live as a human with strawberry thoughts, or like
Yeah, versus how
would I
long
be
you'd live. Like how
eaten?
what
Because being eaten would
yeah, like
suck if I
how
was a strawberry.
yeah, no, it's like, are you a strawberry in like a field, or are you like in a a strawberry in a grocery store? But it's also, what's the life expectancy on the strawberry? You know, because
I'd say
certainly like
like
you could keep
6 months.
like you could probably keep a lobotomite alive longer than that, right?
Yeah.
I think I got you beat, baby. I think I got you beat.
I don't know. I just think for me, it's not about living. For me, it's the quality of life. And so being a little
I guess
strawberry
that's
in a
fair.
field thinking, like,
Oh, this is
wow,
beautiful.
yeah, like I'm in a field, there's a nice blue sky today. And like, I don't know, I probably wouldn't have feelings like, oh, it's hot or like, oh, it's cold. I'd probably just like,
That's true.
I just
You
vibe.
might just be cool with the temperature. You might be thirsty though. What if you're like in an area that has a drought?
All right, next one. Would you? Then I'd die, I guess, and it would suck. Would you rather have everyone twice your age and older talk like an adult from Charlie Brown, or everyone half your age and younger talk like a minion?
That's good. So the Charlie Brown one, is that just their heads are cut off? I don't know what they look like.
No, Charlie Brown. They talk like like it's just
Okay,
gibberish.
I thought it was like the cut off, the head cut off characters, like in the Little Rascals.
No,
Um, Never mind then. I think I'd go with the minion thing because like kids talk like minions anyway. So it'd be like up until they're like 6 or 7. It'd
I
just be a longer period of time. Honestly, it'd just be like up till they're 20. I can't understand them.
I would rather Charlie Brown just because like
You
having a
think?
bunch of children running around me going like hey, banana hamana ha hamana ha. Have you heard that
I'm
Jason the
gonna
Ween song?
no.
Oh, for his verse, he just goes like, "Ah-na-na-na-na, ah-na-na-na-na, ah-na-na-na-na, ah-na-na-na-na,
Really?
banana." Yeah.
Banana for his verse. That's his whole verse. I think we know what he'd pick.
Would
Pick
you
the moves.
rather lose 1 inch from your penis each time you have sex, or have reverse boner syndrome where you are always hard, except when you are aroused, you go soft?
I'd have to go with the reverse penis thing because I'd be already in the negatives, so it just wouldn't. That would suck. But yeah, the reverse thing would just be something to get used to. It's like when your controls get like swapped in Mario Kart, you just gotta like think for a second, like, oh, I gotta do this now. You know, I
Yeah.
feel like that would just be it.
Like,
I'd
I don't
have to
know,
just
like,
trick
you would just
myself
have
into
to do,
thinking I'm
like,
not
the
aroused.
opposite of, like, whenever you're trying not
Yeah,
to nut and just, like, think of grandma
yeah.
while having
Picture like
sex.
yeah. Picture a fucking tractor just cutting grass,
Yeah, I think that one's
a lawnmower.
kind of easy.
Yeah. What about would you rather have 10 dick fingers or one finger dick?
It would depend if my
Like your
fingers could
fingers are dick.
curl still.
Oh, they're just like
Because if they're
you don't
just
really
flaccid
control them. They're kind of
penises and
floppy.
I have to, like,
Yeah, that
spit
would
on them and
suck.
go,
You
like,
can't grip
like,
anything.
have to, like, jack off my fingers to, like, pick anything up, that would kinda
Yeah.
suck.
Now that you said that, I think I'm gonna have to go with the one finger dick. You
Yeah,
know?
because as well, I got decent sized fingers, so, like,
Yeah, I feel like I
I'm
do too.
I'm
It would
losing,
just
like,
be
maybe, like, an inch or 2. That's not too
yeah,
big a deal for me.
not too bad. All
Uh,
right.
would you rather have taste buds on your fingertips or smell with your perineum?
You wanna you wanna re-say that for me?
Would you rather have taste buds on your fingertips or smell with your perineum, which is your taint?
What is my I think I'd rather smell with my taint than like taste with my fingertips because I use my hands more than I use my butt. You know what I mean? Like there's
But then
I
you're
mean it might suck just having to
imagine
smell my
wiping
pants
though.
all day. Yeah, I just have to hold my breath. I would just have to like not sniff. You know what I mean? But like just think about it. Having to taste
How would you
like
not
licking
sniff
everything you touch.
if you smell with your taint? How would you not?
Certainly you could mouth breathe.
I guess.
Right? Well, like just think about it. Like genuinely, like, well, do you want to taste everything you're touching?
No, that would
Like
suck,
at least that
especially
you can kind of
working
like
as like,
cover up.
well, no, never mind.
You just have to get really nice flavored
I was
gloves.
thinking like the one upside would be that you could like hold a Tide Pod and then finally know what it tastes like without having to consume it.
That's true. But we all know it's not gonna taste good.
Yeah, but
I
you know,
guess
fun
it's like
fact
you're just
about
that
humans,
curious, sure.
look at anything and just think of what it's like to lick it, and you instantly know what it feels like to lick the thing.
You could probably tell. Yeah.
Yeah, so like look at your wall, you know what it would feel like on your tongue
Yeah,
to lick
what
it.
it's gonna feel like. Mm. Is that just vision related? Like we're just good at perceiving and then recalling? Because I'm sure we've all licked a wall at some point in our lives.
All songs exist, but they are performed by Pitbull, or only one Pitbull song exists, but it's performed by every artist with their own interpretation.
Okay, the second one sounds fucking awesome. I would kill to hear meet
Mr.
me at the
Worldwide.
hotel. Yeah, Mr. by like fucking I don't
But
know
like
what's an
Cher.
artist right now? Kanye. That would be funny, dude. Mr. Worldwide 305.
I think I think for me all songs exist, but they're performed by Pitbull. Listening to the same song over and over again would
Yeah,
drive me
that would
crazy.
just yeah, by
Yeah,
him, just his voice.
sugar on my tongue. Just in Pitbull's voice.
That would be really funny, dude. Like every song is just Pitbull. Fucking what's it? Imagine the Cranberries song "Zombie." Zombie. It's just like in his fucking
Ha!
voice.
Zombie! Zombie!
Zombie. In my head. In my head.
Alright, would you rather have chopsticks for hands or office chair wheels for feet? You're perfectly adept at using both. I think wheels for feet would be kind of sick.
Yeah, I think wheels for feet would be badass. Or more useful, anyway. Like I'd be using that shit all the time. Like basically like the Flash, just like not as fast. Wait, could we be gas powered? Is it like all momentum based? Like when you put on the rollerblades. Would it be more like that?
No, you just always have wheels for feet.
Yeah, but certainly you could use them as like I'm not saying it's like a rollerblade. I'm saying it would roll like one. Like it wouldn't be motored.
Yeah. Can
It's
you
just
imagine,
momentum.
like, God, I have carpet in
Popping a
my
tire.
home, so, like, that would kind of suck to get
That
around.
would get annoying.
But I guess if I'm
Yeah,
adept
you'd have to like
using
peg leg
them,
and walk.
I can just, like, walk normal, right?
Yeah. It just would feel different. I found this one just now I wanted to pitch to you, but I also want to know why there's so many penis and vagina ones. Like I keep seeing so many.
Humans love
Would you
penises and
rather have a
vaginas.
vagina on your forehead or a row of penises down your back, like a stegosaurus?
I would rather have a row of penises on my back and then I just
I,
wear,
I
like,
I
a
think I
large
would go
coat.
with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could hide it a lot easier.
You
You
can
can't
have
really
sex with,
hide
like,
the
20 women
vagina
at the
on
same
your
time.
forehead,
If you nut, does it go out
on your
all of your
back,
penises?
all at the same time. That's what I'm gonna get in my
Yeah.
head canon.
Yeah, that'd be sick,
They all
man.
nut at exactly the same time.
You could do
But
like
dude,
you could do like triple penetration and nut on like every surface of like your girlfriend at the same
literally, dude,
time.
every one would be like a bukkake. Like every
Or would it
single
be
time you
like
do
the
it.
same amount of cum that you come normally out of each?
Oh, but then it would just be
So it'd be just
barely
like a
any.
dribble,
You just like a drop
just like a dribble
out
out
of
of
each
each
head.
one.
That's disgusting. Would you rather have penis-sized nipples or nipple-sized penises? Because it
Are
depends.
the
Because like
penis
no,
size
no
of the
nipple's built the
nips?
same, right?
Yeah, are the penis size are the penises on the nips like are they like regular penises where like size may vary, or is it like the size of my penis?
I see. I think it's saying like yeah. I think it's saying like you would you rather your nipple be the size of your penis or your penis be the size of your nipple? Like think of it like your current
Okay,
state,
because I was
basically.
thinking of like having like what if I have like a micro dick on one, and then just like
Yeah.
fucking Jeremy Ron on the other, just like a fucking 11-inch
Yeah,
hog.
that would be kind of funny. I imagine they'd have to be like matching, but that would suck if one was just like bigger than the other. Then it's like there's a clear favorite, you know? Like with
I
your nutsack, I guess it's kind of like that, right? Like you have a little bit more of a droop on one side or whatever.
that's a hard one. I'd rather a penis-sized nipple. I think just because I like my penis and like
Yeah, same.
if it's small, like I'd never have sex or come again.
Sure, that's
And
true.
like I'll just wear like but then they would chafe. I don't know.
They would
That's a
chafe.
difficult one.
You have to invest in like socks for those,
Put
you know?
condoms on
You put condoms on
on your
them under
nipples.
the shirt. Would you rather have to kill your own cat or never masturbate again?
Sorry, whiskers is going down.
Sorry, Whiskers.
Can I kill them
uh, oh, sorry.
peacefully, or is it like I
Yeah,
have to
I'm
like
sorry.
shove them in a wood chipper, or like I have to like stab them?
I don't.
Because I
I
would
don't.
just take them to the animal
It doesn't
shelter and like
say. Yeah.
euthanize. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. Give them a
Like
pill.
realistically, I
Would you
would like
rather
to say.
relive? Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say realistically, I would like to say that I wouldn't be so selfish that I would give up masturbating. But I like, well, if it's just masturbating, I guess I could only have sex. But also for like an animal
That's what
that
I
only
was
lives
thinking.
like 15 years, 20 years, I live a lot longer than that, you know?
I mean, you can morally justify it and just go a couple years without it and then do it.
Just
You're like,
wait till
I'm
your cat
free. I can
dies.
do it. Yeah,
Just
of
just
natural
feed them like
causes.
rusty nails and like fryer
Just
grease.
slowly over.
Just to speed
That's
it up a
crazy.
little bit.
They wouldn't eat that. Would you rather? I've got another one real quick. Would you rather relive your birth or watch your conception?
Relive my birth, cause I was, fun fact about me, I was asleep.
In the womb, you were just asleep.
No, I was born like asleep. They thought I died.
Oh shit.
I came out, I didn't cry, nothing. I was just napping. And my baby photo that they took right after I was born, I was napping.
Oh, dude, you were chronically asleep just at birth. See, baby, you knew how busy you were gonna be. You had to
I had to
sleep,
catch
get
up.
that beauty sleep in. You had to catch up.
Yeah, my parents said that I
I
was
was
like the
born
easiest baby
with
because I'd wake up like 2 hours like every day. I'd only be awake for like 2 hours to eat.
what the fuck?
Fucking balloons came out of nowhere. How the fuck did I do that? Throw up gang
That's
signs,
really
man. See if they
funny.
pop up again.
Balloons just started floating around it. It's really weird. Oh my god. I don't know why, dude. That made me lose it. It's so
How
silly.
the fuck did I do that?
I don't know how you did that. Oh
I,
no, it's not this. Oop. Those are the sound effects. It's not that. I don't know how you did that.
I was a hand sign. Try throwing up peace sign.
Nothing's working. I don't know what how birthday. Happy birthday, Austin.
Thank
No, I
you.
thought maybe it was a shot in the dark. You got another would you rather for me?
uh,
Throw my way?
yeah. Would you rather fight Mike Tyson or talk like him for the rest of your life?
Talk like him. That's easy. I would die probably.
He's
Why
like
risk it?
60 now. I would fight him. I think him being an old head, I could fuck him up a little bit.
Well, it didn't say prime Mike Tyson. That kind of surprises me.
Okay, prime Mike Tyson. Prime Mike Tyson, I would still rather fight because like he's just gonna knock me out in like two
Yeah, but he could
minutes,
kill
probably
you.
less. Ah, he
He
never
just
killed anyone.
breaks. Didn't he? Yeah, he definitely broke stuff. All
Yeah, he
right. Do you
broke
want to get
stuff.
your eyebrow broken?
I mean, I think that it would be easier to fight him because there's maybe like a 5% chance that you come out still talking like Mike Tyson, but I think the other 95% is worth it. He's just gonna like give you such brain damage that you
I can
still
see that.
talk like him.
He- Yeah, it's like it's the genie
Would you
like sort of
rather?
question. It's like they're just trying to fuck you over. So it's like you pick that one and you still end up.
Would you
Sorry.
rather change gender every time you sneeze, or not be able to tell the difference between a muffin and a baby?
Yeah, it'd have to be the first one because that's insane. The second one, because the first one I feel like would just be like the Gen V character that can multi-swap, that can like switch genders. But not being able to tell the difference between a baby and a muffin is crazy.
Yeah, that one's dangerous. I would take the sneezing
Yeah.
twice because usually I sneeze twice, so I would just be like a woman for a second. But imagine sneezing 3 times and then you're just
Yeah,
stuck like that
same.
until the next time you sneeze for 3 times.
Then you're like, please, I gotta sneeze. Well, you could probably force it. I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
could
when I
like
look
tickle
up
your
at the
nose.
sun, I need to sneeze.
That's weird.
Yeah, you just have no, you could
You're
use
like a
it as your
really fucked up
superpower. You just bring
werewolf.
like a feather with you.
Every time I look at the sun, I have to sneeze like the most fucked up werewolf, dude.
All I was saying was you could be like your superpower. You bring like a feather with you, and you just swap genders and get free booze at a bar. I don't
What?
know. You
It's an awful superpower. My superpower is not being able to
know,
walk alone down an alley at night at will.
like look at the Gen V character, Austin. What's her name? Jordan. That's too that the multi-gendered character.
Well, that character is different because both genders have different superpowers.
Yeah, that is cool as fuck. Yeah, he's got like super durability, and then she has the sonic wave or whatever it is, like the force field.
Yeah. Come every time you fart or fart every time you come?
Probably fart every time I come. I think that just I
Yeah.
don't know. That'd be. I mean, like, that's a mood killer, sure, but like it's better than coming every time I fart.
Yeah, Gam
You
Gam
know,
made
that would
some really
suck.
oily yams for
Like a
Thanksgiving and you just you're wearing the khakis and you just keep nutting.
and you keep nutting in your khakis. Would you rather wear Crocs with socks or cashmere colored Uggs?
Crocs with socks. I've done that before because I have the actual Crocs sneakers that they make.
Okay. Well, that's cheating. I think we're talking about the ugly Crocs.
Crocs with
Like,
socks still. As long as I'm not walking around when it's raining
heard
outside, I'm good.
you're chilling. Yeah. I would go with that anyway, because cashmere, no bueno.
Yeah, you would have to like wash your shoes every like 5 minutes. Would you rather have sex with a hot female body and Garfield the cat head, or hot female head and Garfield body? If you choose Garfield head, it will be loudly meowing the whole time.
That's fucking awful. Can I say neither? That's
No, it's a would you
awful.
rather,
What
not
the
choose neither.
fuck?
I think
That's fucking.
I think hot female head, and then I would just do oral sex
Uh,
and just
yeah, I'd
like
have to go with that. Can we move? That's insane.
God, can you imagine like look up at me while she's like giving you head, and then just like puts a Garfield paw on your thigh? That would be weird.
Mm, the whole thing would be like a huge turn off, you know, like I would just be so uncomfortable. Would you rather be shot in both shoulders or both knees?
Shoulders.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to walk again.
Yeah, because then I'd be like Joe Swanson, and that guy's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah, it is really sad.
Would you rather have a
Hey,
fully
Peter.
functioning penis on your forehead or no penis at all?
Probably, yeah, I'd go with the fully functioning penis. Because
I
that would
would
mean I'd
too.
have two, right? I'd
Yeah.
have two now. Dude, that'd bring a whole new level to 69. You can eat, put it in the butthole, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, that is true. That would be nice. But also, like, just talking to people. It's like a. Have you
You'd
seen?
have to
It's
wear
called
a
like
hat or a
Movie
toupee to
47,
cover it up.
where it has like Hugh Jackman in it, and he has like a pair of testicles on his neck. And whenever it gets like
No, I have not.
cold,
What
they
is
like
it?
shrink back in. It's called like Movie 47. It's a bunch of famous actors doing the weirdest fucking skits you've ever seen in your life. We can react to it on the Patreon.
I just see V47. Is that it?
God, maybe it's like Movie 24 or something. I'm not too sure.
Nah, I'm not seeing anything. I don't know. It's cool. If you ever find it, yeah, we could totally do that on the Patreon. I think that'd be really funny. So, like soft edited reaction to the movie.
Hold on, I will find it. Just super Movie 43. That's what it's called. All right, yeah, we'll watch Movie 43 for the Patreon. I think that'd be fun because you've never seen it. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. What was it? Movie 24?
Movie 43. Oh, I also saw two funny tweets. One was, how much
Oh yeah.
Tylenol do I
Okay.
have to do I have to take to make sure my baby wants to play Factorio with me? Because of the Tylenol gives babies autism. And then I saw another one of how much Tylenol do I need to take to make sure my baby gets into MIT, but not so much that they can't look a woman in the eye.
Bruh, you gotta. There's a level to
Yeah.
it.
Well, I think
I want to see the move on to the I am I the asshole or what are you thinking?
Yeah, let's do like two more I am the asshole. Let's do like two am I the assholes, and then
All
let's wrap it up and go to the
right. I
Patreon.
haven't. Yeah, let's look through. uh, You want to pick one and I'll pick one and we'll just take turns reading it. Am I the asshole for criticizing my sister for wanting her son to be right-handed? Does that seem like an interesting thing to click on? Because I'm just reading the title.
What was it?
Am I the asshole for criticizing my sister for wanting her son to be right-handed?
For criticizing your wife for wanting your son to be
No, no,
right-handed?
no, no, no. Criticizing my sister. Criticizing my sister for wanting her son to be right-handed.
Yeah, sure.
My nephew is 2, and the last time I was visiting my sister, I could see he was coloring, actually attempting to color. Something with some crayons, and I didn't even realize he was using his left hand until my sister took the crayon from him and put it in his right hand. I noticed that he seemed to be left-handed, and she was encouraging him to get to use his right, which sounds insane to me. Like, what's the problem at all? And I called my sister out on it, and she said she was just giving him a push in the right direction because left handed people have to get used to so many stuff that are designed to right handed people. And she was pissed because I was acting like she was one of those old school teachers that would force kids to be right handed. She says that if he continues to use his left hand when he starts going to school, then she'll just accept it. The entire conversation seemed crazy to me, and I told her she was just making things harder for him. And she ended up saying, I have no say in how she raises her son. So I just kept quiet, but I'm not sure if I overstepped or if I was an asshole for even saying anything. It was a lot more tame than I was expecting it to be.
So wait, she wants her
Um,
son to be left-handed.
no, the lady wants her son to be right-handed. He's using his left hand to draw with coloring. He's young, but she grabbed the crayon and put it in his right hand to kind of like I guess push him in the right direction to
Mm,
make him right-handed. And so the sister was like, "That's weird. That why would it matter?" So
mm.
I don't really think you're an asshole. I think that's I
I
mean you're it's your
I found
sister,
a
you know.
way crazier one. Uh,
Oh yeah,
am
yeah. Do
I
tell. That was just
the
the first one I saw.
asshole for giving my daughter a stuffed bear filled with human hair?
What the fuck?
So,
I thought we were going kind of tame, dude. Like with human hair.
my 23
Go
male
ahead, read this shit.
wife, 31 female, and I just had our daughter, our first child, 3 months ago. My family has a tradition where the firstborn will get a special stuffed animal. I got one from my mother when I was born, who got one from her mother, who got one from her father, and so on and so on. The reason that it's special is because the stuffing is made from their parents' hair. The way it works is that once a child is old
Like it's
enough,
there.
yeah. So the way it works is that once a child is old enough to start getting their hair cut, their parents will save as much of that hair as they can, and then when the child becomes a parent themselves, the new grandparent will use the saved hair to make a stuffed animal to give to the baby. The hair in the toy represents the parent's new connection to their child and is a tangible measure to show that they'll always be close by. The hair taken by new grandparents and collecting the hair and using it to make the toy represents the child's connection to its family history and is a tangible measure that shows the extended family will always support them. In short, the stuffed animal is a way of connecting the new life to their family. After my daughter was born, my mother spent a lot of time making a stuffed bear from scratch to fill with my childhood hair. She just finished last week. Since my leave from work is just about over, I was excited to give my daughter the bear and share the tradition with my wife. I thought she would think it was sweet, but she blew up at me. Instead of liking the bear, my wife said it was gross and disgusting and that she wouldn't have it around her daughter. I told her it's our daughter, not hers, and that there's nothing disgusting about my family tradition. She said it was unhygienic. I told her it's not, The hair is clean and well preserved. We argued, and eventually she said that if I ever put that thing near our daughter, that she would throw it in the trash. I was shocked. This is something that represents decades of my mother's work and planning and generations of my family's history. I told my wife that if she's so cruel and callous about something that means so much to me and my family, that she's not the person I thought she was. She just called my family's tradition weird and culty. I didn't know what to do. I didn't think my wife was this kind of person. I told my mother about the fight, and now she's feuding with my wife too. Me and my wife got her family involved before calling me some vulgar names. But am I really the asshole for wanting to give my special girl her special bear?
um, it feels a little odd. And I don't know, it feels like he's probably leaving out a lot. Um, but I don't know. I'm like, if it's like part of the family, I feel like I don't know,
I think
like
I
it's
think
okay to
both
find that
sides are
weird
right
and
in
gross,
this.
but yeah, yeah, in the way of thinking for sure, because it's like it means something so much to him, but it doesn't to her. I feel like you should have led with that. You should have like early on in the relationship, kind of said like, hey, my family's a little odd.
We have
This
this
is what
weird
we do. Feel it
tradition.
out. Yeah, because now you're in a position where it's like your kid, you're still gonna want to do this, but now you're with someone who wouldn't be okay with it,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah, that is a little his
you're
fault
just
for lack of
stuck.
hindsight. As
Yeah,
well
yeah, he
though,
should have
like
thought.
I don't know, thinking about it, yeah, it's sweet. I understand it. But at the
Hmm.
same time, uh getting a bear of human hair is kind of fucking weird.
Yeah, yeah, it
You
is really
can't even
weird, and I want
cuddle
to
with
know
it
like
because
what.
like have you ever like shaved your pubes and then the hairs like poke through
Yeah,
your shorts and then you're like, ah,
yeah,
weird. Like imagine the child
yeah.
just cuddling with it and then all the hairs start poking her in the face. Like unless the bear is stitched out of human hair too,
Like
then that
it
would
would
be
make
really weird.
sense for like a Viking family to do it like that, like 'cause that feels like Vikingish. But someone like living in our society now, it feels a little weird because it's like there's certainly
I
more
think
comfortable
I think
ways
she's
to
the
do it.
asshole, and then I also think that he's the asshole for not telling her earlier. Because, like,
Yeah,
that's
I
not a normal
completely agree with you.
thing. Like, for sure, he's
Yeah,
mentioned that
it's
to
something that
someone
could have been avoided.
before, like, and they made fun
Yeah,
of
and
him
they
for
had
it.
the same reaction. I'm sure.
Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm sure
imagine
he
he was,
got
like,
bullied
in
for
middle
it
school and was
in middle
like,
school.
here's my bear made of human hair, and he brought it to show and tell, and all the kids were like, you freak, and then he
What
got
a
bullied out of
loser!
school, and he
Yeah.
tried drinking bleach, and now
Hmm.
he only has a single intestine. I'm sure that's happened to him.
Yeah, he wore a Batman jacket every day of seventh grade.
Was that something you did?
Yeah, yeah. It was the same jacket.
Damn, I,
I would
I
just
always would
wash
wear
it and
my
go
just a
through.
guy being a dude jacket
I do remember that.
and the
It was the black
caffeinated hoodie
with the
that
white.
Atticus still has.
Did Atticus has your caffeinated hoodie?
We went to a
Dude, I feel
party
bad because I.
and he was like, "Can I wear your jacket?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And like put it on. He was like, "Ah, it smells good and so big." It's like Atticus is like 5 foot tall. I'm like six
Yeah,
four,
he's
so
small.
like he's
Yeah,
yeah. The jacket was like
he's a small
fucking
guy.
massive on him, and he was like swinging the sleeves around. He's like, "Whoa!" And we went and we smoked,
Whoa!
and
He's
he
like
was like,
Rigby.
"Can I keep this? I'm cold." And I was like, "Yeah, just give it back." And he never gave it back.
Your mistake. Your mistake.
Yeah, all the
You
teachers
don't
loved
give
that hoodie
stoners
though.
things. They forget.
Yeah, that is true. I think we end the podcast there, right? We're
Yeah,
a
I like
little
that.
over an hour actually. We're at about like an hour 10.
I feel like we were having fun with "Am I the Assholes?" I feel like that's something we could bring back because it's we get a quick little opinion
Yeah, yeah,
and
we
move
can do
on.
that for future episodes.
I liked that.
All right.
I'll find a better one.
Well, this has been the Next Up podcast. Thank you for listening and or watching. Go ahead and visit our Patreon at next or at patreon.com/ the next up podcast. That's patreon.com / the next up podcast. All of our Patreon content is free. It's just a way to build more brand recognition on Patreon. So be sure to check that out. You'll be able to get our podcast early by 2 days, and you'll also get some exclusive content.
Oh yeah.
All right. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Peace out.